I don't make you happy. All that time you would be complaining. But baby, how come you never call me? But now with MTN, I have a daily voice bundle. I'll call you every day, yeah yo, baby dondolo. MTN voice bundle, yeah yo, baby dondolo. MTN voice bundle, yeah yo, baby dondolo. MTN voice bundle neza bei dondoro okutera network zona tunga dachika 25 arishirinjira 10 zonka nyigasta emwe not star ibiri emwe hash otoraneho daily bundle ninga kozesa my MTN app ogambe aha bei dondoro aha kuba kuturi kugamba hamwe twine kizibira MTN enkora n'obushosholeke nibikuratirwa MTN nereberero kitongole cha Uganda Communications Commission.
Abati yansi malinyo tukabaikiriza kandi twagundamu na stampu ebyo bwijanja bikukora handwaire zikwawukana malimuka kuguka baine ebyome bikukebera omubiri gwawe biketegereze kikuterebaniza kandi nibakeberera hanu so omutwaro gumugonka baine omubazo gw'okuyigula ebinywa okuterwa omutwe nibajanja bebirwaire by'omutima ulcers pressure omusijja okutakira abakuru muhamu n'okuzimba ebigere okurumu omunda nibakora ali amaani g'ekiseija baine omubazi gwa maani ogw'okwijjanjaba ebirwaire bya maino nibasuubuza green tea
abakaruguza mubasange ha offices zaabwe enkulu buli kya kabiri kya kataano kya mukaaga hamu na kya sabiti aho Muzizi Road hayi na Stanbic Bank hanju ya Muzeyi Kisembo wa Corner House abanyamarunda babayo buli kya balaza hasanyuka Band Lodge
ababugwara mubatunge buli kya kasatu aha Executive Bar and Guest House omwamenye kwizigira abapuyo abatiyansi mubasangeyo kyakana ha Pentagon Bar and Lodge otunuulira offices za Apuyo Town Council
habwa nyamirimo yabwe enkure ya karuguza bakingura kuruga saha 2 za nyenkyakara kuika saha 3 z'ekiro mu bichweke ebindi batandika saha 3 za nyenkyakara kuika saha 11 za rebagyo abantu nywena ni mwetwa kweija mukaba ba memba nainyo mukatandika kora na tiyanshi
kumanya bikukira hotel ha 086 13 0400 na 0740 95 10
tiyanshi together we share.
For how Chinese bantu baingi muno ohulira kyansimba hano nkwata hamugongo ekifuba kikulemera oburumi munyingo omwo baitu hati wekwata ba for how Chinese bano ni bayijanja banokira kimo ebirwaire no biraga nenkora yawe yekikugu baine byoma ebya meridian therapy nibikonyera okwigula ebinywa kutereza emigongo alinywa bakusasa nibakumara mu busase bona bwino munyingo hati nywa bakuzimbe bigere mugende mubayikire nibakora handwereza maiso nibajanja basukali harusazi okwetaga kusara size okendeza omunyeto gwine oine ekizibu kyokusanyarara hamuna inywa abateirwe stroke niba batereza ni mugaruka okurungi muno abafo how Chinese hano mukaruguza basange ha muhanda gwa Kizizi ogugenda ha Vision hakyombeko kya Corner House haine ichundiro lya Magiteri yaka opposite Millennium Guest House rundi baterera namba zesimu 0 kinana na mnana nsanju na msanju asatu na mnana na 0 nkaga na ibiri kinana na isatu anna nemu for how Chinese hamuno bwijanja by'oburungi
esaha zikire musanje zeihangwe ohulirize Kdr 10 fama akaire kanu nikakuleterwa
MTN voice bundles ezikutera network zona habei dondoro migasita 10 ibiri emu hash rundo yekonyeza my MTN app okome mu daily bundle habo kuba butukuba zaitwena titukwemerezebwa MTN Uganda Limited nerolerwa Uganda Communications Commission.
A very good afternoon. It is a minute past 1 p.m. My name is Deo Asimwe. I welcome you to this broadcast of Kdr News. Now the detail. President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni has urged the public servants to eradicate corruption and cease working in cliques, emphasizing that these vices hinder citizen inclusiveness in policy implementation and thereby obstruct economic growth. Speaking at the 13th Africa Public Service Day 2024 held at Kololo Independence Ceremonial Grounds yesterday, President Museveni stressed that no state or country can develop, grow or transform without the stabilizing influence of security sector. He challenges public servants to deepen their roots and achieve more in service delivery, emphasizing the need to eliminate corruption, increase and accelerate the speed of service delivery at grassroots level and build partnerships with stakeholders countrywide. The Africa Public Service Day 2024 was being held under the theme Empowering a Citizen-Centric Public Service for an Inclusive and Thriving 21st Century Africa, a journey of lifelong learning and transformation. Museveni appeals to civil servants to reduce barriers to poor people accessing their services, enhance discovery and participation, and strengthen their voices. The president emphasized the importance of holding regular barazas for transparency and citizen participation in a speech read on his behalf by the Vice President, retired Major Jessica Alupo.
Firstly, eliminate corruption. Increase and accelerate the speed of service delivery to the grassroots. Stop working in cliques. The program-based approach introduced in the National Development Plan 3 is a good starting point. It encourages the whole of government approach in implementation of government policy. Stick to your service delivery standards and build partnerships with stakeholders world over. Reduce barriers to poor people's access to your services to enhance coverage and participation and strengthen their voices.
According to Public Service Permanent Secretary Catherine Bitarakwate Musingwiri, Public Service Day is commemorated by African Union member states as a periodic event recognizing the democracy and good governance are built on a foundation of a competent civil service. Lucy Nachobe, the head of public service, highlighted technological disparities and corruption as barriers to inclusive growth and service delivery, appealing for urgent action to address these issues.
We still have technological disparities that hinder access to digital tools and internet connectivity, particularly in the rural areas. And these pose a barrier to a truly inclusive growth. The challenge of corruption and the growing impunity in our country lingers around all government institutions, and we need to fight the two evils vigorously if we are to sustain the improved service delivery.
Now, putting that story aside, 2 people have been rushed to Hoima Regional Referral Hospital in critical condition after involving in road accident at Kijanibarora Spot in Mugarama Sub-County along Mugarama Imara Kasimbi Road in Kibale District last evening. The victims have been identified as Vincent Ayesuga, the driver, and Fiona Nakaimatot, 9 passenger, both from Hoima City. According to Edward Kwesiga, KDR's promoter, the duo was traveling in a motor vehicle registration number UBN 558-E, traveling en route back from Mubende district to Hoima City when their vehicle experienced a tire puncture and resulted into the accident. Kwesiga says after the accident, the 2 were first admitted at Kasimbi Health Center 3 for first aid, but later transferred to Hoima Regional Referral Hospital for further management.
Ababaire mu motoka ya wishi bali bayikazi ba Hoima babaire ni baruga Mubende ni bagenda Mugarama babaire musajja n'omukazi bali mu programu bageze kupima tarazo ari omusajja abaire batereire nti akwetaga tarazo barugire Mubende bayija Kibale Mugarama then bayikire Mugarama ni bataha bafuna accident amuhanda gwa Mugarama Imara ya Kacucu Kasimbi Road ni bagenda Hoima emotoka ya namba UBN 558-E. N'omusajja niwafunire obuzibu bw'amaanyi yatweka igufa mu kifuba baitu we bamwongeireyo mu irwale erindi nikwo kutunga kumanyisibwa abo wabo nti bakwija kubatabaara n'emmotoka bagitwale baitu amazima bw'okuba noolole kibaireho mukama wenka ataakisa abantu banu.
That is very unfortunate incident. Now, putting that aside, Hoima District Local Council 5 Chairperson Uthman Mugisha has demanded answers on how 60 million shillings Emyoga Fund was disbursed to Bugahia constituency performing artists and youth leaders Emyoga circles. The beneficiaries of the two circles, Mugisha says, in a June 24th letter remain unknown. The district chairman says that he got a report of 60 million shillings that was given out to Kavali and Buraru Emyoga associations, but when he calls the names of people whose contacts were provided in the report, say that they made efforts to get money but failed. The letter addressed to the resident district commissioner and police says a report shows that the intended beneficiaries received the money. Mugisha has directed the RDC to instruct police to investigate the matter, and his letter is copied to the Inspectorate of Government, IGG, and the State House Anti-Corruption Unit. He notes that he checked out Emyoga reports and that some of the alleged beneficiaries, when called, say they are in Arua, Mbale, such far-flung places, while those in the district say they were tossed up and down until they gave up on Emyoga funds. Kahwa Edikanjeru, a resident of Butema Kiwura, who deals in groundnuts produce, says their group tried to get in funds, but they were told their group of 20 members could only get 1 million shillings to share, and they decided to give up. Johnson Kiza, a resident of Butema, says that the situation when a group is to receive 1 million shillings, they are instead given 860,000 shillings, with the interest rate of the money going to officials in the technical chain. Roger Zimbabwe, the Hoima RDC, has threatened to arrest all circle leaders found to be fattening on the funds, noting that such leaders are failing government efforts of getting people out of poverty. Now, over to Bulisa district, 3 people have died in a fire that gutted their grass-thatched house in Bulisa district. The deceased persons have been identified as Samuel Bienveni, 2, Blessing Irioth, 7, and their mother identified as Irina Akutu, 27, all residents of Kamagongoro village in Walukuba parish, Butiaba sub-county in Bulisa district. The incident happened at around 10:30 p.m. on Wednesday night. Available information indicates that the trio was sleeping inside the grass-thatched house when unknown assailants raided the area and set the house ablaze, killing 2 children on the spot, while their mother later died from Bulisa General Hospital where she had been rushed for treatment. Fred Kazini, the area local council 1 chairperson, says area residents saw flames from the house and rushed and found the fire had spread to the entire house. Abdallah Opio, the Butiaba local council 3 chairperson, says the area residents had the victims screaming for help and rushed only to find their house on fire, stating that the residents managed to rescue Akutu and rushed her to Butiaba General Hospital, but she was later pronounced dead on arrival. He has appealed to the police to thoroughly investigate the matter to its logical conclusion to ensure that the culprits are apprehended. Julius Alan Hatchiza, the Albertine Region Police spokesperson, says investigations into the matter have commenced, appealing to the public to liaise with the police by providing crucial information that could lead to the arrest and detention of the suspects. He says all the 3 bodies are currently lying at the Butiaba General Hospital mortuary pending post-mortem.
are still listening to KDR News Broadcast. This is the news on the international scene.
Now, for the news on the international scene, Russia. Russian President Vladimir Putin yesterday welcomed his Congolese counterpart Sassou Nguesso in the Kremlin. Sassou is the latest African leader to visit Moscow, which has stepped up ties with African nations since 2022. The Russian leader hailed Sassou Nguesso's contribution to developing Russian-Congolese ties. Sassou Nguesso has been in Russia since Tuesday, and this is his second trip to the country in less than a year. Last July, he traveled to St. Petersburg to attend the Russian-African Summit. This trip is expected to culminate in the signing of agreements on energy, trade and security cooperation. Russia has worked to bolster ties with African countries in the bid to counter Western sanctions and the isolation over the war in Ukraine. Most African nations have adopted a neutral stance in the conflict, calling instead for a ceasefire and peace talks. Dear listener, it is 13 minutes past 1 p.m. As I wind up the newscast, a quick look on the top stories once more. President Museveni tells civil servants to eradicate corruption. 2 injured after motor vehicle accident in Kibale. Hoima district chairman directs probe into a Myoga fund mismanagement, and Russian Congolese leaders hold talks in Moscow. That's it. My name is Deo Asimo. I wish you the best of your lunch. It is a Friday, the 28th of June 2024. I wish you the best of it, and please a happy weekend, and don't forget to follow us on X, then Facebook, YouTube and TikTok at KDR FM. Good afternoon.
From all over the world, local, regional, national and international, KDR FM brings you all the stories. KDR FM News, World's proudly sponsored by MTN.
You used to tell me that I don't make you happy.